Welcome to the 3D printed wall art mini-series. This is the planning phase video. I want to start off by giving you some insights into my thought process when starting a project. And maybe give you some ideas about how you can shape your own. My first Copper Vortex project started because we had an empty wall in our house. I didn't mind it, but it could use something. Paintings, posters and other pictures I always find hard to pick from. We also live in a time that there are basically an infinite number of images available. So I already start stressing when I need to pick an image. There are just too many options and too many places to look for images. And then there's too many to choose from them as well. And that's where my quest for the Copper Vortex started. One day I just thought, let's make something myself then. Something that's interesting, unique, and fits the situation. So now I have a goal. An empty wall is in need of some interesting art. So I measured the wall, guesstimated some dimensions that would fit the setting. And our house is, you could say, quite modernly dressed. We love our black floor, white walls, and we have a base of teak wood furniture. The rest we dress with a bit of color and some accessories or lighting. Nothing crazy, but not too clinical or sad either. But I do know that we like it more to the modern side. So I started looking at colors that would fit in the hallway setting. When looking at the rest of the hallway, the warmer tone would fit nicely, but it doesn't need a full pop of color. So that's why I settled on the more darker brown copper, metallic color, so to say. It gives a bit of a warm vibe and it has a nice sheen to it as well. I also contemplated the silk copper that has a more apparent red hue to it. This wouldn't really fit for my taste. So we already have a general idea for a project. We know the dimensions, what we want, and we have the color down. Now, how are we going to build it? I remembered that I saw a video of Herschel Shapiro months prior. He made interesting art, and that's why I could remember. So I just went back, watched all of his content all over again. I didn't get a full picture of the process, but I had a general idea. I googled what the shapes and style was called. I basically came out to geometric shapes, googled that a bit, found sites like Paragami that ask money for the models. But I thought I can do that in a few hours in Blender, so why pay for that? And that's where the initial idea for the geometric wall art came from for Copper Vortex. Now, I know it's easy to just copy someone's art. I just want to urge you not to do that. I myself can't even. I would feel immense guilt, a heavy case of imposter syndrome, and to me it just wouldn't feel original anymore. If I see something amazing, I would rather pay them for their efforts than to rip off their exact design. I do think that trying to, recreate something can teach you a lot of things. You can learn a lot with just figuring out techniques and try to do something a certain way or reverse engineer something. Just don't publish it as your own original idea. So here's the inspiration I took from the existing pieces that I saw from Herschel and several other websites as well. I like geometric art, I like pointy things, give something modern, and I want some sort of depth and motion in my design. I knew I could do this with Blender and 3D printing with my skill set. For my first project, I also wanted to focus on the art and not sweat the technical stuff too much. That's why I knew that I didn't want to put like 1,000 screws in a piece like Herschel does, or engineer a backplate solution that took him probably years of experimenting to get to. So I went with my knowledge and skill set. I can glue 3D printed stuff to aluminium just fine, so that's great. And all that was needed for the Copper Vortex project to take shape. So we have the idea, the dimensions, color, and our materials down now. The only thing left is to do it. And I fully understand that some of you would never have gotten the same outcome. This is just how I operate. I see a problem and I solve them, one by one with logic and knowledge. And if I lack the knowledge, I search for it with curiosity. I can get lost on a single small thing and spend hours. It's a blessing and a curse. Yet that's my creative process. Just slowly, when going through those steps, a vision of the project so far is being built in my head. I can see every change of size, material, etc. This visual keeps evolving until the very end. With the texture phase, I even started over 4 times because it just wasn't it for me. But then at one point, messing with the grid, trying different things, turning that center, and it clicked. That was what I was looking for. I had the final clear vision of what I wanted, and I already knew what it would be named, something Vortex. So if you're like me, you're probably here with a cause and you need or want certain information. You take the information you need and you'll start creating your own path. Everybody thinks differently, so I want to give other options as well for those who have a different creative process. Although I cannot really feel that myself. This course is already one of those solutions. I give you the basics, just follow along, get creative with the design phase and create your own path from there. Blender provides countless options and tools to play with. You'll see it when we get there. And before you know it, you'll see something that you would like on your wall as well. You can also do some research first. After this video, think about what you like, what you would love to see hanging on your wall. It doesn't have to be geometric. It's wall art and 3D, so if I give you a base, you can make whatever you want. A flower, a horse head, I don't care. It's your art and you can create or sculpt nearly anything in Blender. You do you, and I'm sure some amazing stuff will come out. I just teach you some of my process and how to build some wall art bases in Blender in this course to get you started. I hope this gives you some insights, a general blueprint, or some ideas to start from. Thank you for watching, and we'll continue in the next video, Blender software.